Assalamu Alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is a quick video on Numbers chapter 31, verses 17 to 18. Christians give us their interpretation, but I want to know what the early scholars, the rabbis of the Old Testament, tell us regarding these verses. First, let's read the text and then we'll get into its interpretation. You are to kill every male child and every woman who has had sexual relations with a man, but save yourself every girl who has never slept with a man. Numbers chapter 31, verses 17 to 18. Indeed, this is a very disturbing verse, and it gets more disturbing when we find out what the early rabbis tell us regarding this verse and how it was used by Moses and his followers of the Old Testament. It's pretty clear from the text that every male and male child and woman who have had sexual intercourse with men must be killed, except the little girls who have had no sexual intercourse with a man. The Hebrew for girl in this text is taf. Now, taf is very young, prepubescent, according to the Bible. Actually, we have many other verses within the Bible that tells us that taf, the word taf, is for a child. For example, Genesis 34:29, Genesis 43:8, Genesis 45:19, Genesis 46:5, Genesis 47:12, Exodus 10:10, Exodus 10:24, Exodus 12:37, Numbers 14:3, Numbers 14:31, Numbers 16:27, Numbers 31:9, Numbers 32:16, Numbers 32:17, Deuteronomy 3:6, Deuteronomy 3:19, Joshua 8:5, Joshua 18:21, Joshua 21:10, 2 Samuel 15:22, Second Chronicles 20:13, Ezra 8:21, Esther 3:13, Esther 8:11, Jeremiah 47, Jeremiah 41:16, Jeremiah 43:6, Ezekiel 9:6, where you would read the word, Hebrew word taf, it directly goes to a child. So it's always applied to a child, the Hebrew word taf. Now, what is so interesting about the word taf, according to the Hebrew Lexicon Dictionary, is, and I quote, little children, boys and girls, so called from their brisk and tripping gait. Now, what does this mean, brisk and tripping gait? Well, it's disturbing to find out. When we say gait, gait is a pattern of limb movement. Now, brisking gait means that they don't have any balance. So they are literally out of balance. They're so young, these children, that they don't have any balance. So when they walk, they'll shift left and right. When you have a child, when you see they're playing around and then they just moving left and right because they don't have a balance, this is literally what the word taf would mean, that the child cannot move, cannot walk properly. So it cannot, it's not, it's unable to walk properly. It's moving left and right. So it doesn't even have a balance. It's basically out of balance. It's brisk in gait. That's what it is. And this is what's found in the Hebrew dictionary. So, from context, we read Moses of the Old Testament commanded his followers to kill all the men, all boys, and women who had sexual relation, except all the girls, young girls, tough, who were unable to walk. And we're talking young. But how young were they? How do we know how young they were? They could have been teenagers or whatever. Let's find out what the rabbis tell us regarding this verse. Here's the commentary for Numbers 31:18, Talmud Kedushin 78a. The Mishnah states that Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov says that the daughter of a convert, a Jewish woman, is fit to marry into the priesthood. It is taught in a Bairata. Rabbi Shimon ben Yohai says a female who converts at less than 3 years and 1 day old is fit to marry into priesthood, and it is stated after the war with Median. But all the female children who have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves, that you may marry them. It continues, Torah permitted these women to all of them, which indicates that girls who are not even of age when they convert are permitted even to priests. Talmud Yavamot 60b. A female convert who converted when she was less than 3 years and 1 day old is permitted to marry into the priesthood as it is stated, but all the women, children that have not known man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. It is clear that young converts are permitted to priests. Chiskuni, in his commentary in Numbers 31:80, writes, But any children among the women who have not had carnal knowledge, etc., you shall let live for your benefit. This formulation prompted Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai to state that a female convert who has not attained the age of 3 years and 1 day is fit to marry a priest, as she could not have been contaminated through carnal intercourse. And finally, Or Hachaim writes in his commentary in Numbers 31:18, keep alive for yourselves. This meaning is that those who were allowed to live should convert to Judaism, and only when they were Jewish they were to qualify for the description to be alive, as that they would be allowed to get married and to remain alive by means of children they would bear. Or Hachaim is saying they must first convert. How do you convert a 3-year-old? She has no way of deciding what is right and wrong. She's a 3-year-old girl, but she must be converted, which means you're forcefully enforcing upon her to convert. So she's not willingly converting, you are now imposing it upon her. So she's got she has no will. So now you are making her convert, and after that you are marrying her, a 3-year-old girl. How disgusting. This is the Jewish explanation of Numbers 31, verse 17 to 18. How disturbing. How disturbing. Killing all the men, women, and boys, and keeping these little girls tough who can barely walk. They have no balance. Converting them forcefully and marrying them. How disgusting and disturbing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.